about, you'll find out what it's about instantly, so I'll let the word speak for itself. No privilege. We as a people began dying a long time ago. As soon as we accepted and assimilated the label nigger, we became mass murderers of our own kind. Nigger is a trigger, as lethal as an AKA and as subtle as a serpent. So many names and labels we subscribe to. Colored, Negro, Black, African American, although we are now a mixed race, the truth lies somewhere in between, but our bloodline begins somewhere. So I subscribe to my ancestry, which has a definite race, and they are a race of Africans. Yes, those enslaved people of African descent whose bloodline was snatched across the borders to build this land, and now we call ourselves niggers. Just like a child that grows up imitating their authority figure's bad habit. As blacks, we tell only part of the story, because black is not a race. It is a description for identifying purposes in a nation that is a melting pot of cultures. But it is not a bloodline, no more than nigger is a bloodline. Funny how other ethnic groups can identify themselves as Irish, Italian, Spanish, Asian, or what have they. But we'd rather label ourselves niggers than African. Better be careful, because the next step is to check the box nigger American. The word cannot be appeased with a soulful handshake or a smile of solidarity as though there is power in the label. No. There is power in love, power in unity, power in one hand lifts another, then passes it on. But there is no power in a nigger that can't be trusted. The master has masterminded a seed of self-deprecation to those who still have the wool over their eyes. It is a false education that foolishly conforms to a deformatory image and calls it cool, because the psychology of a mental weapon is to kill or maim the spirit, or at the very least retard the self-image, to destroy self-respect, because a person who truly respects themselves will not accept secondhand treatment or for self or community, even if it is in quiet revolt. To accept being called a nigger is to accept being called useless, ignorant, scheming, and worthless. Jazzing it up with bling and other unnecessary things won't change the stigma. Shining it up with a dollar bill won't make the meaning any less real. It's a bogus word for an unfocused mind. God didn't make a race of niggers. Nowhere in the Bible will you find a race of niggers from Genesis to Revelation, nor is there mention of a nigger in any book held sacred in the past or present generation. Unfortunately, the truth of who we are cannot be seen with the naked eye anyway. The spirit and soul, the heart of a person is who we really are. But to get to that, we have to get past the mirror image. This is how I know that calling oneself or another African American a nigger is a personal and institutionalized evil, because this is the only image we give that label to. To the oppressor, well done. You've caught enough of us in your net like fishes at sea. Some of us are too weak-minded to swim away, and some are too blinded to see the danger, while others just don't care at all. Too lackadaisical, so they continue to crawl. Those of us who graduated and escalated from being and have stopped accepting being labeled a nigger, congratulations and welcome home, because you've learned that being a nigger has no privileges.